For which the time is now, better pay attention. In my city, you can feel the tension. A terror squad, no pun intended. This ain't for you, but I recommend it. They know we coming, better clear the entrance. Shit get deep, but I keep digging. This how I look when you keep winning. Over time, I had to take the hint. Shine bright, sit behind the tents. 1-on-1, I ain't in the mix. Ain't what you thought, better get a glimpse. Came up from a pedal bike. Pressing brakes, I ain't never liked. Whole time, I was taking risks. They don't play with me, cause they know I'm going nice. Round form, I ain't even started. Transform, I ain't here to bargain. You're on watch, better move a caution. Chains on me, I don't do this often. No error, this shit flawless. Reach for it, you become a target. It ain't worth it, better keep walking. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like Pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like Pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. Don't wanna hear all that street shit. Me and my niggas on defense. Wonder who I was in my past life. Don't even matter in that peep list. Remember the days when I was a trooper. Stay on the path and it won't confuse you. Far as all, I'm the one to do it. I roll on eights like a flight maneuver. Try to trick me, I ain't never moving. Camouflage, I can blend into it. They better ride, I don't do the Ubers. Let them talk, I don't hear the rumors. A little suffer ain't really nothing. The way I stop it, better play the trumpet. You see me coming, better get the running. If they see me coming, better get the running. You ain't never seen it, you ain't never witnessed, you ain't never noticed, you ain't never focused. I was really waiting. I was really training, sick and tired of being patient. I ain't never doubted, this was in the making. Use what I got, not in the waste. A rapping and singing can never drink it, but I'm from the bottom, so I gotta make it. This ain't rapping, it's a damn warning. Late night to the early morning. Got a vision, I planned it out. Trying to stop me, but I kept going. I study plays, now I'm in the game, and it's all the same, but I had to change. You'll never crash if you in your lane. I can take the law, cause it's all a game.
Yo, when Casamigos being in English? Drunk.
All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like Pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like Pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed.
Hold on. Be careful, you hear me? Be careful, watch your damn feet, you hear me? You ain't no Christians out here. Watch yourself when something happened to you, watch yourself.
Riding just to crash out, wet full of crash dumps. 10 racks in the wheel, that was on gas money. Chopper got a round of applause if they act funny. In that with a crown, but I'm still hungry. Never was the type to be a light, let's get the business straight. I pray you niggas get me, cross the line, then we demonstrate. I ain't even use the bag. Talking about how I used to be that boy that was in the past. Played the cut, jumped up in my bag. Let's see who gon' last. See the snakes and you let it slide, you ain't cut the grass. If we can't be friends, then fuck it, let's be enemies. Niggas weird, catching attitudes, bitch tendencies. They say they looking for me, I'm in the mix. Where the winners mix, playmaker, trying to get a sack, different energy. They don't like it and you see why. I'm launching like Eli. The world on my back with 2 clips in my Levi's. Steady sitting high, I can tell you where the angels live. I don't give a fuck of who you are, I feel like David did. Story ain't nothing shorter than glory, man, I came to win. All my life I knew I was something special, they hated it. Pressure bust pipes, I hold it down like an anchor. Never see myself as a regular, I had to change up. Shout out to the powers above that show me the ropes. With the same rope, I hate this rap shit by the throat. Don't ever get me involved with the he say, she say. Cause I'ma think none of y'all official, then I press play. Living by law, by a code, by a structure. Niggas think they swifter till the hawk meet the hunter. I owe this to the Lord and I put that on my cover. Never try my honor, father, never switch up on my brothers. Never try to imitate, eliminate anything that's in the way. Reciprocate, you draw, we gon' illustrate. Let's demonstrate, you lost, we gon' celebrate, you featherweight. I can't even resonate, I separate myself and I got activated. They was fascinated, how I broke it down and renovated. I was underestimated, clearly.
Westworld.
You already know what it is. Shout out to Westworld. I mean, you ain't gotta pay no price of buying no corners.
Since when do we buy corners? We take corners.
Man, you won't buy one way or another. Whether it's if the bodies we don't lost, or you're gonna lose. Time in the joint is behind us or ahead of us. I mean, you gonna get some shit in this game, but ain't shit for free. I mean, how many corners do they need? How much money can a nigga make?
More than a nigga can spend.
And then we ain't gonna be around to spend what we done made already.
Shit, I think I can be alone this long.
Yeah. Well, we here.
I know a nigga murked his own man cause he was fucking on his bitch. He got booked, now she sick. She out here sucking all these. Told my young boy to chill cause he was hitting all these licks. Now he resisted, now we 6 feet. He was thinking with his dick. Better hearken, youngin' man. I'm dropping gems, they call me old school. Gon' fed on the gram and who you shot and who you gon' shoot. 600-page indictment, nigga, what you gon' do? Up top with them lifers, you don't fight, all you do is shoot. I know them crackers mad as hell because they wanna see us dead. Plotting all the miles, holding counsel just to stay ahead. This one was, this forever. We gon' paint them nations red. If you not under this banner, then you all do's mad. Man, I'm from the trenches, they ain't know it, show us love. All we know is extensions in the way you throw a slug. We done made a move on you and we don't care who it was. On the gram, I saw my youngin' send a nigga up above. You would've thought me and the squad was fatigue, how we run shit. Better yet, that's all block. Better yet, that's all strip. My general said if it's not one West, then it's not legit. Fuck every crack, I'll go to their grave and go and take a piss. Mama, I'm the Israelite, I'm pulling strings like Santana. Gotta keep the blitz because in that mix it get bananas. I adapted to it. Right before the skis and went bandanas. I'm the big bad wolf, come down your chimney like I'm Santa. Pussy niggas said that they was gon' slide, but they ain't do shit. Got a couple hammers in the ride, don't make me bang shit. Got a couple crackers on my mind, I'm trying hang shit. Yeah, I'm in the field, I'm still pissed about the slave ships. Daniela got some big shit to make a rain flip. This pump turn you to an acrobat with these backflips. Mom said 12s at you questions, but not say shit. Mom said those neighbors at you questions, but not say shit. I'm true. At your old head, I ain't new to this, I'm too legit. If one West world and we running this, I'm gunning it. Advise every cracker to be intelligent, irrelevant. For all them fake cans that we ain't marching with. This clip that I got like holy water, I'm trying to throw it on you. You pledge your allegiance to them snakes, they turn for you on you. Pillhead / crash dumps, I keep it real with you. You told me you don't trust none of them niggas and that's a real issue. I don't give a fuck, you wantin' beef from what you all did. That before the sign the same words that Paul said. Clip full of racist motherfuckers, it got bald heads. This shit that I got dumping at your ears like some skull heads. Why you trying to claim the same right that your man's dead? Y'all was high and lacking, main reasons why your guy's dead. Always gotta keep one in the head before I go to bed. Fuck a DJ Khaled, this one West, this one God dead, nigga. One West world. Nah, we coming, nigga. Not tripping. Tighten the fuck up, you heard?
You actually high quality life.
I've actually been a customer for BetterHelp.
You ain't too, you crazy for us.
Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beat with fear. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to certify. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga, come on. Don't care where it is. Get with the clout, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm wrapped out, tell them watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock and with our toe fire rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real. Every day while y'all just say watch. We making enemies. Our foot stores. Run no nothing by the op. It take one try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. Y'all want me to connect the dot. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to flop. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them to dig the pot. Can't fit you and your man's in it. Just tell them get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call up my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beef with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They with the cloud, we with the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to certify. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They with the cloud, we with the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime. Already weigh the cost. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. You with us or against us. Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give him a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof. Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock, got the book of loot. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beetlejuice. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him bars like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a cocktail. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Won't beef with fear. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to certify. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is.
I heard they coming for blood, I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor, they better come with a mop. I'ma be making it pour. Nigga, I'm raw, fly with the hammer like Thor. Found on my ops in the morgue, tell them I'm full. I'ma be bombing these lanes, understand how and war. I've been the lead, time to get back in the street. Time to get back on my feet, had time to read. Check out, we came from the east. Wait till my dogs are released, heard they was asleep. So we gon' wake them up, put them up in the sky. The Lord gon' take them up. I take on anybody, think he brave enough. I've been the same and I ain't never changing up. I'm in my zone, hit up my cellular phone. Tell me whatever he on, I take that scouter. He on them perks and that powder. Homie ain't really that strong, I'm like the dawn. Better yet, Benny King, I keep a lion head on my pinky ring. I keep a shield, boy, you see everything. Keep 43, symphony, let it sing.
You ain't too, you crazy. Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion. It's tradition. It ain't fashion. It's no action. They make threats and it's still passing. I think massive. No response. That's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots. I'm cinematic. I ain't average. I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first. That's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons. In the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted It's in my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do. Certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday. Yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close. Got a better chance. Boxing the gun. And they know I'm raw. And they know the squad. And I'm feeling lost. Still in charge. I don't make you follow. I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro. He behind the wall. He told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat. I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated. I got that guy in me. You can focus on the dimes. I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground. Just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the devil. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home with the truth. I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up. Man, I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up. Man, I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Listen.
Yeah, this day up here. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Y'all about Shem Yahweh Shokra by Yahweh Shemal Thon by Shem Yahweh Shah. We are Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. All right, this is Isupk, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, we're gonna get started with today's Sabbath service. All right. So, matter of fact, brother, just present yourself. Okay.
Maya Shwala.
Salah, Mali Shabbat. Mali Salah. Mali Shabbat. Halaya Ban Yahweh.
Halaya Ban Yahweh. Ban Yahweh.
Halaya Ban Yahweh. Ban Yahweh.
Shalom Yahweh Bashir Shakta.
Mali Burak.
Shalom Yahweh Bashir Shakta.
Yahweh Shakta. So, tell everybody, Mahdi needs to stand.
Mahdi needs to stand.
Wow, Kwanya Hakodam.
Mampayana Hakodam, we can turn and face the east. Start with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Wadash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakka. Aba'ah. Ratazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawah. Ayah. Bashamayah. Thundernow. Akam. Kai. Yawam. Wasalatanaw. Kabawafnaw. Kasalatnaw. Kabawafinaw. Wala'ah. Kabiyanaw. Sayawan. Ball. Ashanaw. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. Lawalumna. Aman in the English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Pray for the power. Yahweh Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Babu Kushah. Nathanaw. Akka. Laraba'ah. Kal Makala. Kal Madawa. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Akka. Lahakwaki.
Lahakuyon.
Hamathia, Hakak, Al-Rakaraf,
Al-Rakawah,
Hatama'ala,
Hatama'ala,
Garashim,
Garashan,
Bahashim,
Yahushua,
Wada Aman.
Wada Aman, in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, the power to heal, all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirit, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Pray for the blessing. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Magala.
Wa Magala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Mataza Ba'a.
Mataza Ba'a.
Alawab Yahan.
Alawab Yahan.
Alawab Yahan. Alawab Yahan.
Ha Alawab.
Hasarayim.
Hasarayim.
Akosa Sayoyi.
Akosa Sayoyi.
Akosa Yoyoyi.
Akosa Yoyoyi.
Wahakwafi.
Wahakwafi.
Yahweh Bahashim.
Yahweh Bahashim.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Wada Aman.
Wada Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commander General Yahweh. The
General.
The captain. The officer. The troop. And the sister.
And the sister.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you. So big.
So big. Psalm 21. Asha'a.
Asha'a.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Aharayim.
Aharayim.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Azariah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Aisha.
Shamayan.
Shamayon.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yagashan.
Yagashan.
Sharamar.
Sharamar.
Yashral.
Yashal.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zal.
Zal.
Ayah.
Al-Yah.
Yayanka.
Yamyanka.
Yamawam. Salaki. Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashemash.
Hashemah.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Kalra.
Kalra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afnapasha.
Afnapasha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'ak.
Taza'ak.
Waba'ak.
Waba'ak.
Ma'ata.
Ma'ata.
Wa'ai awalam.
Wa'ai awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine
I will
eye
lift up my eyes
unto the hill.
to the hill.
From whence comes my help?
From whence cometh my
My
help?
help coming from Yahweh,
Help coming from Yahweh.
which made heaven and earth.
Made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot
He will not suffer thy
to
foot
be moved.
to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yahshua
he that keepeth Yahshua
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
Sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve
from
thee.
all evil.
All evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Takarat.
Al Takurat.
Wa Al Tashakwa.
Al Tashakwa.
Al Kiyahana.
Ayahana.
Al Yami. Al Yamika.
Al Yabyuka.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawam.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Amika.
Al Aimaka.
Ya'ira Yayawa.
Ya'ira Yumwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawanyika.
Al Tazapawanyika.
Amara.
Amara.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakaki.
Wanakakida.
Magawa.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Now I Tazawa.
Now I Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakari.
Al Yakar.
Al Yakar.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarafwa.
Yakaraka.
Ahalya.
Ahalya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Alahayim.
Alayom.
Mawaba. Salaki. Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagari.
Wahagari.
Abal.
Abal.
Wa'aimawam.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Halashah.
Halashah.
Salaki. I'm Yashabia.
Yashabia.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Gam Ashwa.
Gam Ashwa.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Amam.
Imam.
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawai,
Labunya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Ashalahom,
Kamadium,
Kamadi,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabayim,
Kayabya,
Kayabim,
Kayabya,
Banakal,
Banakar,
Yakwashwa,
Kwayashwan,
Wayashwa, Salaki,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nasamadu,
by Ayan,
Ba'ayan,
Da'ira,
Da'ara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Amadwa,
Ladama,
Shayathamwa,
Sayatham,
Nadab,
Nadab,
Yamawa,
Yamawa,
Ka'ira,
Ka'ira,
Waza Abba,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakazaba,
Wakaza Bak,
Watazal,
Wakatazal,
Mana,
Mana'ai, Mana'ai,
Cow,
Ka,
Nasa Yakamwa,
Nasaya Kumbwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amara,
Amarwa,
Naya Rashad,
Naya Rashad,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Na'awa,
Nawa,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Sayathumba,
Kagali,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapunya,
Rabaka,
Rawaka,
Ka'aish,
Ka'ash,
Daraba'ai,
Daba'ira,
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 Wakalaba,
Wakalaba,
Talaha,
Talaha,
Harayam,
Harayom,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradakma,
Daradakma,
Basa'irika,
Basa'ira,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapapka,
Dabahalam,
Dabahalom,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyahom,
Kuala Iwam,
Kwalawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bakwashwa,
Bakwashu,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahaw,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashi,
Walabala,
Waya, Bahawa,
Salaki, Waya,
Waya,
Bahawa,
Bahawa,
Ai,
Ajai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kapara,
Kapal,
Waya,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Abad,
Waya,
Waya,
Darawa,
Daiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Asa,
Ata,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahaw,
Yahaw,
Abadwa,
Abad,
Ayawam,
Ayawan,
Alkai Aratiza,
Akaha Rataza in the English. Keep not thou silent.
Be not thy silent,
Hold your house.
Hold your house,
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
And be not still.
Be not still,
Hold your house.
Hold your house,
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tongue.
enemies make a tongue,
And they that hate thee
and they that hate
have
thee,
lifted up the
have
head.
lifted up the
They
head,
have taken crafty counsel
taken crafty counsel
against thy people
against thy people,
and consulted against
consulted against
thy hidden one.
thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation.
being a nation.
At the name of Yasha'Allah,
The name of Yasha'Allah,
they be no more
there
remembered.
be no more remembrance.
But they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against
the
thee,
tabernacles of
the
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarim,
of Haggai,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with inhabitants of
the
Tyre,
inhabitants of Tyre,
a sword
a sword
also is joined with them.
joined with them.
They have opened the children of
They
Lot,
have opened the children of Lot,
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them,
do unto them,
as unto the Midianites,
unto the
as
Midianites,
to Sisera,
to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
to
and
Jabin,
the brook of Kasam,
of Kasam,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make their note
Make their note
like Oreb,
like Oreb,
and like Zeed,
like Zed,
yea,
yea,
all their princes,
all the princes,
as Abba,
as Abba,
and as Zamun,
and as Amun,
who said,
who said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the houses of
the
Yahweh
houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stove before the wind,
stubble for the wind,
as the fire burneth for wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame
as the flame
set up the mountains on
set up
fire.
the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them
Persecute them
with thy temper,
with thy temper,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame,
fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be
in
confounded
trouble forever.
in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
let
shame
them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone,
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. Sar means to turn.
No. So present yourself. Salam. Shabbat.
Makuab ban Yahweh ban Yashal.
Makuab ban Yahweh ban Yashal.
Yahbashim Yashal.
Yahbashim Shakta. Do me a favor, turn the air. Deuteronomy 14 and 11. Officer.
Layashal.
Layashal. Shah, please be seated. All right, so I'm gonna get today's Sabbath service started. All right, so last week we left off at Deuteronomy 14:11. Right, so 1 second. So anybody tuning in, reading along, you could read along. BlueLetterBible.org. All right. All right, and if you haven't already, make sure that you tune into our Friday night Lashawan Kodash class so we can learn our language. All right, so this is what we're going to be reading here today, the Holy Tongue of Lashawan Kodash. So last week we left off at Deuteronomy 14:11, and we starting at 12, correct? Most High Christ. So how you with the Hebrew, Michael? Still not too much. Yeah. All right, so what about you, Walter? So if you would, catch up with you, pick up 7 verses from Deuteronomy 14:12 in the Hebrew.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 12. Wazah, Ashar, La'ah, Ta'akawa, Muhammad, Hanashar, Wahaparas, Wahaiza, Nahai, Nasaki, Wanahai, Sulaki, Wahai, Zana, Ya, Zanaha, Wahai, Zanaya,
Wahai, Zanya.
Wahai,
Zanya.
Wanai, Salaki, Wahai, Zanya, verse 13. Wahara'a, Wa'af, Ha'aya, Wahadiyah, Lamayana, verse 14. Wa'af, Cow, Arab, Lamayana, Salaki, Lamayanwa, verse 15. Wa'af, Bath, Haya'ina, Wa'af, Hasa Kamas, Wa'af, Hashaka, Hashakak.
Pa.
Hashakak.
Come.
Hashakak. Wa'af. Hanatazah. Lamayan Hawa. Lamayan Hawa. Lamayan Hawa. Right?
Come.
Verse 15, verse 16. Hakawas. Hakawas. Wa'af. Hayana. Shawak. Wahatha. Wahathan. Shamath. Verse 17. Wahak wa'af. Wa'af. Harakama. Wa'af. Hashalak. Verse.
That's the next one.
Verse 18. Wahaka. Sayada. Waha'a. Napa. So what? Salaki. Waha. Salaki. Waha'an. Waha'an. Waha'a. Waha'an Napa. Lamayana. Wahada. White Salaki. Wahada. Wakayapa. Wakayapa. Waha'ai. Salat.
That's the end of verse.
That's the end of Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 18.
Count the water, so if some Mark will pick it up in the English.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 12. But these are they which ye shall not eat: the eagle, the ostrich, and the osprey. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 13. And the glebe, and the kite, and the vulture after his kind. Deuteronomy 14 and 4. And every raven after his kind. Deuteronomy 14 and 15. And the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cacao, and the hawk after his kind. Deuteronomy 14.
So just let's say verse 16.
Verse 16. The little owl, and the great owl, and the swan. Verse 17. And the pelican, and the gear eagle, and the cormorant. Verse 18. And the stork, and the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat.
And what?
And the bat.
You can't eat bats. You understand? He's just going through. It's the book of the law, and the Lord is telling us what the hell we can eat and what we can't eat. And one of those things we can't eat are bats. Those are flying rodents. I don't know who the hell want to eat that anyway. But anyhow, continuing on. So, brother, if you would pick up the next 7 verses in the Hebrew.
Okay. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 19. Wakal, Sharatazah, Ha'irap, Salaki, Ha'irap, Tama'ah, Hara'ah, Lakam, La'ah, La'akawa. Verse 20. Cow, Iraq, Tahawar, the Akal. Verse 21. La'ah, the Akawa, cow. Nabala, Lagar, Ashar, Basha'ira, Salaki, Basha'iraya. Tatana. Wa'akal, Salaki, Wa'akal.
Wa'akala.
Salaki, Wa'akala. Ow, Salaki, ow. Makar. Lana Karya. Kaya. Ain. Quarawash. Aka.
That's a thought.
Asa. Salaki, Asa. La Yahawa.
La Yahweh.
Oh, Salaki. La Yahweh. Ala Hayat. La'a. Dabashal. Gadaya. What was that? Gadia. Gadia? Or Gadia?
Let's see. Gadia.
Gadia. Bakala. Amara. Verse 22. Aishar. Ta'aishar. Af. Cow. Baba Wa'af. Thara'aik. Hayat Za'ah. Hashadah. Shana. Shana.
Come.
Verse 23. Wa'akalaf. Lapanya. Yahweh. Alahayat. Bama Kwaiwama. Ashar. Yabakar. La Shakana. Shamawa. Sham. Ma'ashar. Daganah. Dayarashak. Wayatazahar. What? Salaki. Wayataza Harak. Wabakaraf. Bakarak. Wataza Salaki. Wataza Anak. Lama'ain. Talamak. Salaki. Talamad. Layara'ah. Af. Yahweh. Alahayat. Cow. Hanamayam. Verse 24. Wakaya. Yarabah. Mamak. Hadarak. Kaya. La'ah. Tayakal.
That's a wow.
Tawakal. Sha'athal. Kaya. Yarakwak. Mamayat. Salaki. Mamak. Hamakwaram. Ashar. Yabakar. Yahweh. Alahayat. Lasharam. Shamarwa, Sham, Kaya, Yasharaka, Yasharaka.
That's a Ba.
Yabaraka, Yahweh, Alahayah. Verse 25. Wanathatha, Bakasa, Watazaraf, Hakasa, Bayadat, Wahalakath, Al, Hamakawam, Ashar, Yabakar, Yahweh, Alahayat, Bawa, or Baal. Is it Baal? Verse 26.
End of verse.
Oh, that's the end of Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 25.
So if you brought, I'll pick it up in English.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 9. And every creeping thing that flieth is unclean unto you. They shall not be eaten. Verse 20. But of all the clean fowls ye may eat. Verse 21. Ye shall not eat any of thing that dieth of itself.
So if it died of its own, then don't eat it. Don't eat it. I'm about to say an expletive. Don't eat the ish. You know what I'm saying? If it did, is dead because of whatever, you didn't hunt it down and kill it, then don't eat it. That's what the scripture's saying. All right. So keep reading.
Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it. Or thou mayest sell it unto an alien.
That's how we treat these other nations, man. It died of itself, right? And it's meat. Now, I'm not saying to do that. That would be kind of rotten. But if they not of our nation, so what? Give it to them, sell it, make your money. You know what I mean? Basically what the scripture says. So keep reading.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk. Verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed that the field bringeth forth year by year. Verse 23. And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there. The tithe of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thy oil, and the firstlings of thy herds, and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always. Verse 24. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee. Verse 25. Then shalt thou turn it into money, and bind up the money in thy hand, and shall go into the place which the Lord thy God shall choose. And that's the end of verse 25.
The water. So pick up the next 7 verses in the Hebrew. We at the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 26. Wanathatha, Hakasat, Bakal, Bashar, Ta'awa, Napashak, Babakwa, Wabataza Un, Waba Yayan, Waba Shakar, Wabakal, Ashar, Dasha Salaki, Dasha Alak, Napashak, Wa'a Kalav, Sham, Lapunya, Yahweh, Al-Hayak, Washa Makah, Atha, Waba Yathak, verse 27. Waha Lawaya, Ashar, Basha'ai Rayak, La'a, Tha'ai Salaki, Tha'ai Zaba Nawa, Kaya, Ayan, Lawa, Kalak, Wana Kala, Aimak, verse 28. Makwataza, Shalash, Shanayam, Thawa Tazaya'a, Ka, Ma'aisha, Baba Wa'a Vak, Bashana, Haha Wa'a, Waha Naka, Basha Irayak, verse 29. Wawa'a, Halawaya, Kaya, Ayan, Lawa, Kalak, Wana Kala, Aimak, Waha Wahagar, Waha Yathawon, Waha ala Mana, Bashar, Basha Irayak, Wa'a Kalawa, Washa Wasalaki, Washa Ba'aiwa, Lama Ain, Yaba Rakak, Yahweh, Alahayak, Bakar, Ma'aisha, Yadak, Ashar, Ta'aisha. Deuteronomy, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15 and verse 1. Makwataza, Shabai, Shanayam, Ta'aisha, Shamata, verse 2. Wazah, Dabar, Hashamata, Shamawat, Kab, Ba'al, Masha, Yadawa, Ashar, Yasha, Bara'ai, Hawa, La'a, Yagash, Ra'ai, Hawa, Wa'a, Hakayawa, Kaya, Korah, Kwara'a, Shamata, La Yahau, verse 3. Hana Koraya, Tagash, Wa'ashar, Yahaya, Lak, Hakayak, Dashamat, Yadak. That's the end of verse 3. If you would, brother, pick it up in the English.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 26. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink.
Right. So for food or for what?
Or for strong drink.
Strong drink for all them Christians out there in the back that got a problem with Christ making wine. You know what I mean? What the hell is wrong with it? Keep reading.
Or for whatsoever thy soul desireth. And thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thy household. Verse 27. And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he hath no part nor inheritance with thee. Verse 28. At the end of 3 years, thou shalt bring forth all thy tithe of thy increase the same year, and shalt lay it up within thy gates. Verse 29. And the Levite, because he have no part nor inheritance with thee, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow, which are within thy gates, shall come, and shall eat and be satisfied, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all the work of thy hand, which thou doest. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 1. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release. Verse 2. And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth out unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor or his brother, because it is the Lord's release. Verse 3. Of a foreigner, though, men exact it again, but that which is thine with thy brother's hand shall release. And that's the end of Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 3.
Okay, I'm going to Christ to watch. So I'm going to pick up the next 7 verses in the Hebrew. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, and verse 4. Apas, Kaya, La'a, Yahaya, Bakar, Abba Yawan, Kaya, Barak, Yaba Rakak, Yahweh, Ba'aratazah, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayak, Nathan, Laka, Nakala, Lara Shatha, verse 5. Rock or Rakwa, Salak. Shamawai, Dashamai, Bakwa War, Yahweh, Alahayak, Lashamar, La'ai, Shawak, Kab, Hama Tazawa, Haza'a, Ashar, Anakaya, Matazawak, Hayawam, verse 6. Kaya, Yahweh, Alahayak, Barakak, Ka'ashar, Dabar, Laka, Waha, Ai Batak, Gawayam, Rabayam, Wa'atha, La'a, Ta'ai, Taibat, Wama, Shalaf, Baga Wayam, Salaki, Baga Wayam, Rabayam, Wabak, La'a, Yama, Salaki, Yamash, Lawa, verse 7. Kaya, Yahaya, Bak, Abba, Yawan, Ma'akad, Akayak, Ba'akad, Sha'ai Rayak, Ba'a Ratazak, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayak, Nathan, Laka, La'a, La'amataza, Av, Lababak, Wala'a, Dakwa Pataza, Av, Yadak, Ma'a Kayak, Ha'a Baya 1, verse 8. Kaya, Pathak, Tapathak, Yadak, Lawa, Waha, Aibat, Ta'ai Baya Sanawa, Daya, Maka Salaki, Maka Sarawa, Ashar, Yakasa, Lawa, verse 9. Hashamar, Laka, Pun, Yahaya, Dabar, Ain, Lababak, Bala, Aila, La'amor, Kwababa, Shana, Hashabai, Shana, Hashamata, Wara'ai, Ayanak, Ba'a Kayak, Ha'aba Yawan, Wala'a, Lathan, Lawa, Wakora'a, Ailayak, Yahweh, Wahaya, Ban of the Salaki, Bak, Kata'a, verse 10. Not the one, Tathan, Lawa, Wala'a, Yara'ai, Lababak, Batathak, Lawa, Kaya, Bagalaw, Hadabar, Hazar, Yabarakak, Yahweh, Alahayak, Bakal, Ma'aishak, Wabakal, Mashalak, Yadak. That's the end of verse 10. If you would, brother, pick it back up in the English.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 4. Save when there shall be no poor among you, for the Most High shall greatly bless thee in the land which the Most High giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it. Verse 5. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Most High to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day. Verse 6. For the Most High blesseth thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but it shall not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt reign over many nations.
Thou shalt rule over many nations. Understand that the Lord made the world for our sakes. What the Lord say?
But they shall not reign.
Read the last part. And thou shalt what?
Reign over many nations.
Right, keep reading.
But they shall not reign over thee.
You hear that? They're not supposed to be ruling over us. Keep reading.
Verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in the land which the Most High giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thy hand from thy brother.
From thy poor brother.
Thy poor brother.
Brotherhood. Love thy brother as you love yourself. Keep reading.
Verse 8. But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him, and shall surely lend him sufficient for his need and that which he wanteth. Verse 9. Beware that there be not a thought in my wicked heart, saying, in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release, is at hand, and thy eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou givest him not, and he cry unto the Most High against thee, and it be a sin unto thee. Verse 10, thou shalt surely give him, and thy heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him, because that for this thing the Most High shall bless thee in all thy works, and in all that thou puttest thy hand into. And that's the end of Deuteronomy 15:10.
God, Most High Christ the wise. So up here, Almighty. Brother, present yourself.
Baal, Bon Yahweh, Bon Yashal.
Baal, Bon Yahweh, Bon Yashal. Y'all Bashim Yahshua. Nah.
La Yashal.
La Yashal. All right, your shops need to be seated. So, Officer Pelagia, if you would, pick up the next 7 verses in Hebrew.
Okay. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 11. Right. Kaya, La'ah, Yakadal, Abaya, Salakia, Abayawani, Makwara, Ha'aratazah, Al, Khan, Anakia, Matazawat, La'amar, Pathak, Zapathak, Af, Yadak, La'akayak, La'ainayak, Wala'ah, Yanak, Ba'aratazayah. Verse 12.
It's Ba'aratazak.
Oh, Salaki, you see? Ba'aratazak. Oh, Salaki, Ba'aratazak. Verse 12. Kaya, Yamakar, Salaki, Yamakar. Laka, Akayak, Ha'ara, Salaki, Ha'ai Bara, Salaki, Parya, Awa, Ha'ai Barya, Wa'ai Bardak, Shasha, Shanayam, Wabashan, Salaki, Wabashana, Hashabaya, Salaki, Hashaba'ayaf, Ya'af. Kashalak. Salakia. Thashalak. Thunwa. Kapashya. Ma'aimak. Verse 13. Wakaya. Thashalakanwa. Kapashya. Ma'aimak. La'a. Thashalakanwa. Rayakwam. Verse 14. Ha'ai nayak. Ta'ai nayak lawa. Wataza anak. Wamagar ranak. Wamayakwa. Wamayakwa kwabak. Ashar. Barakat. Yahweh. Al-Hayat. Tathan. Lawa. Verse 15. Wazakarath. Kaya. Irab. Salakia. Ibad. Hayayath. Ba'aratazah. Matazarayam. Wayapadak. Yahweh. Al-Hayat. Al-Khan. Anakya. Matazarak. Hadabar. Hazar. Hayawam. Verse 16. Wahaya. Kaya. Ya'amar. Alayat. La'a. Ataza'a. Ma'aimak. Kaya. Ahbak. Wa'ath. Bayathak. Kaya. Tawab. Lawa. Aimak. Verse 17. Wala kwakwaf. Af. Hamarataza I. Wanatha. Salakia. Wanathatha. Ba'azah. Salakia. Ba'azanwa. Salakia. Wabadalah. Yahweh. Salakia. Wahaya. Laka. Ibad. Iwalam. Wa'a. La'imathak. Ta'asha. Khan. Verse 18.
That's the end of verse 17.
That's the end of the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 17.
Count the word of Bro Sabbath, if you would, pick it up in the English.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 11. For the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land. Verse 12. And if thy brother, an Hebrew man or an Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee. Verse 13. And when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go away empty. Verse 14. Thou shalt furnish him liberally out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, and out of thy winepress, of that wherewith the Most High thy power hath blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him. Verse 15. And thou shalt remember that thou wast the bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Most High thy power redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee this thing today. Verse 16. And it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee and thine house, because he is well with thee. Verse 17. Then thou shalt take an awl and thrust it through his ear unto the door, and he shall be thy servant forever. And also unto thy maidservant thou shalt do likewise. That's the end of verse 17.
Kind of wild. If you would, Officer Baaz, pick up the next 7 verses in Hebrew.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 18 in the Hebrew. La'ah, Wakosha, Ba'ayanah, Bashal Lakah, Asawa, Kapasha, Ma'aimak, Kaya, Mashana, Shakar, Shakayar, Ibadak, Shash, or Shishah, Shishah, Shalayam, Wabarakah, Yahweh, Al-Hayat, Bakal, Ashar, Ta'aisha, verse 19. Kal, Habakah, War, Ashar, Yawalad, Baba Korak, Waba Taza Anak, Hazakar, Dakwar, the Yash, La Yahweh, Allah Hayat, La'ah, Ta'ibad, Babakar, Shawarak, Wala'ah, the Gaz, Baka War, Taza Anak, verse 20. Lapunya, Yahweh, Al-Hayat, Ta'akala, Ta'akalna, Shana, Bashana, Bama Kwawam, Ashar, Yabakar, Yahweh, Atha, Waba Yatha, verse 21. Wakaya, Yahaya, Bawa, Mawam, Pasak, Awa, Iwar, Ka, Mawam, Ra'ai, La'a, Taza, Bakanwa, Layahawa, Al-Hayat, verse 22. Basha, Irayak, Ta'akalanwa, Hatam Ma'a, Wahata Hawar, Wahata Hawar, Wahata Hawar, Yaka Yakadwa, Katazabia, Waka Ya'al, Waka Ayal, verse 23. Rock, Av, Damawa, La'a, Ta'akal, Al, Ha'arataza, Asha Pakanwa, Kamayam. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Shemawar, Kadash, Ha'abawab, Salaki, Ha'abayab, Wa'aisha Yaf, Pasak, La Yahawah, Al-Hayat, Hayat, Bakadash, Ha'abayab, Hawataza Ya'ad, Salaki, Hawataza Ya'ak, Yahawah, Al-Hayat, Mama Tazarayim, La Yala. That's the end of verse 1.
Okay, so if you would, pick it back up. Man.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, starting at verse 18. It shall not seem hard unto thee when thou sendest him away free from thee, for he hath been worth a double hired servant to thee, and serving thee 6 years, and the Most High thy power shall bless thee in all that thou doest. Verse 19. All the firstling males that come of thy herd and of thy flock thou shalt sanctify unto the Most High thy power. Thou shalt not do work with the firstling of thy bullock, nor shear the firstling of thy sheep. Verse 20. Thou shalt eat it before the Most High thy power, year by year, in the place which the Most High shall choose, thou and thy household. Verse 21. And if there be any blemish therein, as if it be lame or blind, or have any ill blemish, thou shalt not sacrifice it unto the Most High thy power. Verse 22. Thou shalt eat it within thy gates. The unclean and the clean person shall eat it alike, as the roebuck and as the hart. Verse 23. Only thou shalt not eat the blood thereof. Thou shalt pour it upon the ground as water. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover to the Most High thy power. For in the month of Abib, the Most High thy power brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. That's the end of verse 1.
Okay, bro, if you would pick up the next 7 verses in English, we're going to close it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, and verse 2. Thou shalt therefore sacrifice the Passover unto the Most High thy power of the flock and the herd in the place which the Most High shall choose to place his name there. Verse 3. Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therewith, even the bread of affliction. For thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that thou mayest remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of thy life. Verse 4, there shall be no leaven, and there shall be no leavened bread seen within thee all thy coast 7 days, neither shall there anything of the flesh, which thou sacrifice the first day at even, remain all night until the morning. Verse 5, thou mayest not sacrifice the Passover within any of thy gates, which the Most High thy power giveth thee. Verse 6, but at the place which the Most High thy power shall choose to place his name in, there thou shalt sacrifice the Passover at even, at the going down of the sun, at the season that thou camest forth out of Egypt. Verse 7, and thou shalt roast and eat it in the place which the Most High thy power shall choose, and thou shalt turn in the morning and go unto thy tents. Verse 8, 6 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day shall be a solemn assembly unto the Most High thy power. Thou shalt do no work therein. That's the end of verse 8.
God, most high Christ. Thank you, Lord. All right, so Saturday, April 29th, 2023, our starting point is Deuteronomy 16 and 8. All right, so with that, I'm out. Take the horn.
Amadi, men of Israel, prepare to salute the Torah.
Y'all about to show me how to work. Y'all.
Y'all about to show me how to work. Y'all.
Yabasina Shabrakia. Yabasina Shabrakia.
Say Amadi.
Wapayan Akadam, we turn and face the east. When in the Lord's Prayer. Abanal. Shabbat
Kodah, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Abaa, Azaka, Ayah, Asha, Baratazak, Kawak, Ayah, Mashiman, Thulanau, Kam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalatlanau, Kabawaknau, Kasalatnau, Kabawaknau, Wala'a, Tabianau, Banasai 1, Ball, Shino, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Lakar, Hamalakwa, Valhal, Wakapara, Lawalum, I'm on in English, I'm Paul, Sean Heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Pray for the power. Yahweh Hashem,
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Baba Kushah, Thulanau, Akka, Rapa'ah, Kal Makalah, Kal Madawa, Akka, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Akka, Lakayom, Hamathia, Akka, Al-Rakawah, Hatama'al,
Look at Hashem.
Gavasham.
Hashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Wa'ad
Wad Aman in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So big.
Praise the blessing. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Miyakal.
Wa Miyakal.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Tazab Ba'a.
Tazab Ya'ah.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawak Yahan.
Alawak Yahan.
Ha Alawak.
Hasaranya.
Hasaranya.
Akwata Yoyi.
Akwata Yoyi.
Akoya Yoyi.
Akoya Yoyi.
Wa Akwafi.
Wa Akwafi.
Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Wa'ad Aman.
Wa'ad
Aman. In the ink, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And
Mike.
And Mike.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commander General Yahweh.
Commander
The general. The captain. The officer. The troop. And the system. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So big.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya. Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Azari.
Azari. Ma'ayin. Yahweh.
Asha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam. Wa'aratazah. Ayathan. Lamawat. Gal. Al-Yanawam. Samar. Ana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shavamar. Yasha'al. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Zab. Al-Yah. Yamamam.
Yashamash.
Hashamash. La'ah. Lakaka. Wayarak.
Bayala Yaya.
Walayala. Yahweh. Shamar. Kalra. Yashamar. Afnapas. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'ak. Wa'ak. Wa'ayat awalon. In the English, I will lift up my eye to the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. Even I suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'al shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forward and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Al-Dam Yalaka.
Al-Takarak.
Al-Takarak.
Al-Tashikwa.
Al-Tashikwa.
Al-Kiyahana.
Kayahana.
Ayyawanki. Awayawanki.
Awayabyaka. Awayabyaka.
Yahama.
Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ah. A'imaka.
A'iratazawa.
Ya'irayumba.
Sawada. Wayatha. Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanika.
Al-Tazapawanika.
Amara. Lakawa.
Wanakaki.
Wagalia.
Wala'ah. Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Awada. Kaya. Nawa'itazawa. Laba. Yakadma. Alyaka. Baryah. Yakarafwa. Ahali. Adamam. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wa'agari. Abal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Halashah.
I'm
Yashabya. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Aiman. Ayawa. Zarawat. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Lahal. Kamadi. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa. Bayan,
Bayan,
Daira,
Da'ara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
La'adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamu,
Nadab,
Nadab,
Yamawa,
Yamawa,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Wakaza Abba,
because of Abba,
Wakaza Abba,
because of Abba,
Wakaza Abba,
because of Abba,
Wakatazal,
Katazal,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Cow,
Ka,
Nasaya Kamba,
Nasaya Kumbu,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amara,
Amor,
Naya Rasha,
Mayosha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Nawa,
Nawa,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamu,
Kagalgalia,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapunya,
Lapunya,
Rabaka,
Rabaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Taba Ya'ari,
Taba Ira Ya'ira,
Wakalaba,
Wakala Haba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Arayam,
Arayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tawadatma,
Babadatma,
Basa Araka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapafka,
Tabahalam,
Babahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Kwashu,
Kwashu,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahaw,
Yabasha,
Bashu,
Waya,
Waya,
Bahawa,
Bahaw,
Ida,
Ayai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kapara,
Kapar,
Waya,
Waya,
Badwa,
Bad,
Waya,
Waya,
Daiwa,
Daiwa,
Kayatha,
Kayata,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahaw,
Abadwa,
Bak,
Alawan,
Ayawan,
Akal Arakaza,
Akaha Rakza, in the English, keep not thou silent,
Keep not thy silence.
hold your house,
Hold your house.
hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still.
hold your house,
Hold your house.
for lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumble,
enemies make a tumble.
and they that hate thee
They that hate
have lifted up their head,
Lift up their head.
they have taken careful counsel
Taking traffic counsel
against thy people,
against thy
and
people.
consulted against
Supposed to get
thy hidden one.
Thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
Come.
let us cut them off
cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Yasha'Allah
Name of Yasha
may be no more
may
remembered,
be no more
but
remembered.
they have consulted together
They have consulted
with
together.
one consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against
They are
you,
confederate against
the
you.
tabernacles of Eve,
Tabernacles of Edom.
and the Ishmaelites
And Ishmael.
of Moab,
Of Moab.
and the
And
Hagarim,
the Hagarim.
Gabal,
Gabal.
and Am,
And
and Amalek,
And Amalek.
the Philistines,
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre,
The inhabitants of Tyre.
for Saul
Saul
also is joined with them.
joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
Hope the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah.
unto them,
Unto them.
as unto the Midianites,
Unto the Midianites.
as to Sarah,
Sarah.
as to Jabin,
As to Jabin.
at the brook of Kasam,
Son.
which perished at Endor.
Perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
And they come for the earth.
Make their noble,
Make their noble.
like Oreb,
Like Oreb.
and like Zeed,
Like Zeed.
yea,
Yea.
all their princes,
All the princes.
as Abba,
As Abba.
and as Amun,
And as Amun.
who said,
Said,
let us take to ourselves
Let's take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh
houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my power,
Oh, my power.
make them like a
Make
wheel,
them like a wheel.
as the stove before the wind,
For the wind.
as the fire burneth for wood,
The fire burneth the wood.
and as the flame
flame
set the mountains on
set
fire.
the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them
Persecute
with
them
thy temple,
with thy temple.
and make them afraid
Make them afraid
with thy storm.
Thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Fill
shame,
their face with shame.
that they may seek thy
They
name.
seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be
in
confounded.
trouble forever.
Trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea.
let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame.
and perish,
And perish.
that men may know
Men may know
that thou,
that
whose name alone
alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
the Most High
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
The prayer for destruction. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
name of Yahweh Shai.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now.
right now,
Right now.
and evils and curses,
Evil and
and
curse,
punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction.
to the heathen
To the heathen
that speak against us,
speak against
thy
us.
prophet,
The prophet,
the teacher,
teacher,
the prince,
prince,
the priest,
priest,
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the school,
and the school.
send evils and curses,
To evils and
and
curses,
punishment and destruction
punishment and
to
destruction.
the heathen,
To the heathen,
and shake loose
and shake
the
loose
treasures of the rich
treasures of the
of
rich
Israel
of Israel
that refuse
that refuse
to give to the school,
give to the school,
force their rich
force their rich
to enter into thy
to
sanctuary,
enter into our sanctuary.
send evils and curses,
To evils and
and
curses,
punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the Edomites,
to the Edomites
and the nation,
and the nation
and their drug
and
dealers,
the drug
the
dealers,
court system,
court
the
system,
prison system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our
all
enemies,
the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and all,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinhead,
Skinhead,
Pasico Mataz,
Pascal
the Gay Movement,
Gay movement,
the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, National Space Program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, the cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of our people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heat that stand in the way and try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murder. Let Yahweh Shah, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it, cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world, cause it to shake at thy coming in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you always, so be it.
Sar, courtesy salute to the teacher. Mighty Shabbat, Amadio, Barak. Sar, Yayimata, class is made.